looks so weird. Uh,
Let's go. What had happened was I usually am, well, I always am the only one who cleans the gym. Um, the reason I didn't clean today was twofold. I did actually get there in time. That's not an excuse. But when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to mop, I went home because I had some shit to do. But when I when I saw this video, um, hold on. I saw this video here. Okay. You see all these tumors in my back? You see them, right? It's a big one right here. There's like there's a bunch of them though. Bunch of tumors all up in my thoracic spine area. When I saw that, yeah, look who's here. When I saw these tumors, I first of all stopped using cleaners, not cleaners, chemical cleaners, and I switched to simple green and baking soda. I don't know what it is, Jay, but it's not good. So I I guess I needed the kick in the ass because I have a protocol from my teacher for dealing with that stuff. And I'm not going to do it what the other guy in the chat's saying because I don't do traditional not traditional. I don't do allopathic medicine. You know, if I let's see. when would I actually go to a regular MD? It would have to be a really badly broken bone because I'm not going for surgery unless like a limb is cut off, and I'm not going to get chemo nor radiation, and that's the only thing that would be an answer from the MD for tumors. It might not be tumors. It might be lipoma. I just put tumors here for the shock value. I don't know. You be the judge. It looks like one, two, three, four, five. I don't know. It could be like muscle. We don't know. But yeah, the other guy, and I'm being nice. I'm not gonna call you the name I want to call you. The type of guy who comments when I'm making food, oh, put bacon on it. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with moosh bag. I'm eating a frozen lemonade. It's called lemonade, but it's really lemons, apples, pears, sea moss, coconut fat, and honey and ice. Yeah, he thinks he's a professional troll, Jay. You know, on that one, you might be right, lactic acid, because I don't rest enough. But I've been trying to get to bed at an earlier time, and I was gonna actually go to bed early tonight, but the news is just gonna keep coming, whether I read it or not. So I'm gonna read it, and I think if I do the cleansing program for healing tumors, I'll be able to stay up once in a while. And my teacher, who gave me the protocol for healing tumors, said that as long as I get into bed, I'm asleep by midnight, I'll survive. But Monday night, I got up for a 6 a.m. student who didn't show up. Tuesday, I got up for a 4 a.m. student who did show up. And today's what, Wednesday? So, so what? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll learn, you know? Okay. Speaking of cancer, the number one food item that people eat that's a known carcinogen is deli meats. Deli meats cause cancer. The short answer is yes. In fact, the World Health Organization has classified processed meat as a Group 1 human carcinogen, which is any substance known to cause cancer. And that's a major ingredient. Sensei Christian, oh man. I really need somebody actually to do this on it. I'll show you. Graston technique on back.
According to Pinnacle Health Chiropractic,
Low back, upper back. This is what I need.
We're talking about mid-back pain and treatments for that. Traditional physical therapy and chiropractic treatments involve adjusting exercises, stretches, heat, electric, ice, and cold laser to help get rid of the pain, muscle spasms, and tenderness in any area. Many people end up overworking those muscle groups and it develops scar tissue in them.
Alright, that's not what I thought it was. Ooh, art. That's a good one too. Active release. Is anybody gonna actually do it, or they're just gonna talk the whole time? These freaking chiropractors. You know who does it? Dr. Mondragon. Let me go look her up. She's... Here you go, Dr. Mondragon. Everybody wants her to pop them. Let's see. 20... Oh, jeez. Now, let's look at the shorts. These are long. My first ice plunge. Okay. Best back cracks of her life. Back cracks, emotional release. Spine cracks, head over heels over head. Snapped back cracks. Yeah, you see how red it is over here? I bet you she did it to this one. Let's see. There it is. She's not doing it right. They're supposed to do it towards the heart, so the blood gets recycled. I wouldn't stop her though. My God, that looks amazing. Imagine. Yeah. You wouldn't mind her cracking you up and down, would you?
right here.
Right there. And she wears those shirts on purpose to showcase those things that you're talking about, Lundos. As you say, cans. She ain't giving you a happy ending, though. She might crack your thing clean off. You pop a Woody on that table. She'll crack it. So like this. That's what you get. Yeah, so Lunchables should not be allowed to be fed to kids. I'm gonna slightly alter this. Master Lukey says Lunchables should not be allowed to be fed to children. Or anybody else for that matter. Why do we live in a world where it's completely illegal? It's completely illegal to poison people. Known carcinogens, right? How much does boar's head make per year? Not salaries. How much is Boar's Head worth as a company?
According to Comparably,
$2
Boar's Head
billion!
brand is ranked number 946 in the list of global top 1,000 brands, as rated by customers of Boar's Head. Their current valuation is $1.99 billion.
2 billion for killing people. Wow. Makes sense why I'm broke ass, because I'm doing the opposite. Alright. Let's see. Humans aren't the only one in danger. Bird population faces long-term consequences from everyday chemicals. Long-term consequences. That's a nice way of saying extinction. That's like when they're going over the the side effects, and they go, side effects may include severe side effects may include life-threatening yada yada yada. It's like life-threatening. You know what that means, right? That means that some of the test subjects died. Life-threatening side effects. There you go. Severe reactions include those that may be life-threatening. Death. It's code words. Code words of the marketing industry. Am I in a good mood, Londos? Could be because I had lion's mane today, and I also had ashwagandha. Birds of prey. Oh no. They've been found to be contaminated with harmful flame retardants. Isn't that your code name on the fire department, Londos? Don't they call you a fire retardant? A flame retardant? It's like they got captain, lieutenant, ensign, janitor. I'm going down the list. After janitor, there's doormat. After doormat, there's the brush that they use to scrub the toilet, and then flame retardant. That's your code name at the firehouse. Got him, Jay. Got him good on that one. Oh. Hold on. We gotta go to... I just got something. Just got a hot news take from Facebook. MMA on point. Most strikes landed and most strikes absorbed. Jeez. $3 million made by these guys. Jim Miller. Oh man, Jim Miller's my hero. Um, Supposedly there's a yo, this is a cool page. Supposedly there's a picture of me on this video that somebody showed me. Where is it? Alright, we're going to pictures. Photos. Why did it put me on videos? Oh, here we go. It said every time Vince McMahon tried to screw over the UFC. Wow. How far down is this thing? Holy. Yeah, hi Jay. Hey, pass that it. Go past that. Alright, I'm not gonna spend all night looking for this thing, but I got too far into this, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna literally type it in time. Vince McMahon tried to screw over the UFC. MMA on point. You know what? I'm just gonna go to my Facebook and show you the picture. He's my financial consultant, Lundos. You better not talk ish. There I am. Drama. Wow. $5 a month, huh? Alright. Alright. The research published in Environmental Science and Technology found that these harmful chemicals, which are being phased out, have ended up inside peregrine falcons, a species dwelling in the U.S. mountain ranges, valleys, and coastlines. He's got his work cut out for him, being my financial consultant. Well, maybe I used the wrong terminology. He's my crypto investor consultant. Cryptocurrency. You wouldn't know about it. Lundos he thinks he's a pro wrestling heel, but he's more like dad jokes. Londos is the meeting of pro wrestling heel and dad jokes. Where your kids are just like, really, Dad? He goes to pick you up at school and he's just like, don't get out of the car. I don't want my friends to see you. I'm on fire tonight, huh? My friend Cherry, who's been on my stream, her mom fell today and broke her leg. Tomorrow they're going to do surgery. She said my sister was supposed to call me from the hospital so I could talk to my mom, but that was 3 hours ago. She still didn't call. Do you think everything is okay? I said she probably is just as inconsiderate, your sister, or your mom is passed out from the drugs. Maybe that was inconsiderate of me to say. Flame retardants are used on furniture and everyday items to stop the spread of fire. Comprised of chemicals that have been linked to negative environmental effects when they migrate out of the products and into wildlife. What does that look like? Migrate out of the products. Our results expose the long-term consequences of adding flame retardants to consumer products. As globally distributed apex predators, the peregrine falcon is the ideal canary in the coal mine for monitoring flame retardant pollution in the environment. They phased out a decade ago, and they're still accumulating in these birds and into their eggs, which indicates that the threats of these chemicals to wildlife and people can far outlast their production. Oh yeah, she said she took painkillers, thanks. That was the response. Unfortunately for Cherry, her family couldn't deal with her, and they put her in a nursing home. She's not even 60 years old, but she has people that feed her. You know, she says she bathes herself, but her family didn't want to deal with her. She was telling me she texts her sister every morning, and her sister gives her like one-word answers. They just don't want to deal with her, and they put her in this nursing home. It fucking sucks. She's locked up in there. She has to ask permission to go anywhere. And I take her out once a week, you know, because that's all I can manage. Maybe when the weather's nice, I'll try to do it more. But she pays me $500 a month to train her twice a week. And she texts me all day, every day. I'm like her only friend. Otherwise, she's stuck in this freaking nursing home, which is like a giant hospital. It's so bad, Jay. And what's worse is when I go there and I see everybody else in there. All these people, they can't get out of bed. They're just laying there all day, every day. just like what, waiting to die. I'm like, holy fuck, what a nightmare. This one guy um, looked like he was trying to get my attention, like he wanted to talk to me, and I said hi, but I kept walking. I think he wanted me to stop. It must get lonely. It reminds me when I was in jail for 8 days. All I wanted to do was get out of there. But I got a little triggered today, and I told Cherry a little bit insensitively that the injury that her mom had is the same one that my grandma had, and the surgery they did to my grandma killed her, which was a broken leg. She broke her femur, and they said they convinced my parents to give her the surgery, which she didn't need the surgery. They said, "Oh yeah, if she doesn't get the surgery, she's going to be in a wheelchair the rest of her life." She was 94 years old with dementia. She didn't remember the day before, and they convinced my parents to hammer. I looked up the surgery online because I wasn't involved in the decision making. I didn't learn about what had happened until after she had the surgery, because they got her in there quick, just like they did to Cherry's mom. She hurt herself this morning. She's going in for surgery tomorrow. They freaking take a metal rod and hammer it through the marrow up the whole length of the femur bone. I'm watching this guy on YouTube. Boom, like with his freaking whole arm just hammering this metal rod through the middle of the femur bone. And I'm like, no wonder my grandma never woke up from that. That's fucking traumatizing. Plus the anesthetics are deadly. Anesthetics are deadly. One in 100,000. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, they're toxic. I stand what I said. Stand by what I said. General anesthesia. My grandma never woke up. To reach their findings, researchers examined the concentrations of flame retardants in bird eggs gathered across various habitats. Between 1984 and 2016, well, that's a long study. 22 years. 32 years. Sheesh. This shit is in all the furniture? That's crazy. The most common flame retardant found in the eggs was polybrominated diphenyl ethers, PBDEs. The production of this type of flame retardant drastically declined in the U.S. from the end of 2004 to 2013 in a bid to phase them out. However, concentrations of it did not decline in the falcon eggs. Whoa. Another flame retardant found was hexabromocyclododecane HBCDD, which had also been eradicated from the market. However, it was still found in most egg studies. Well, all this stuff comes from oil. Despite being phased out, these chemicals can still be released into the environment from old products, meaning they're built up in marine and terrestrial food chains. Oh, this is why apex predators like falcons end up with a lot of chemicals in their system because they're eating all the small shit that gets it. Chemicals settle in their tissues and subsequently their eggs. Although scientists already knew the birds of prey were more at risk, this is the largest study focusing on the species. Other animals, including orcas, red pandas, and chimpanzees, are affected by flame retardants. Previous studies show it weakens them and causes infant mortality. Lower survival rates for young. Infant mortality is the same thing, right? There's also evidence to suggest that it can cause cancer. That's a nice way of saying it. Look at how they just won't admit it. Oh, there's evidence to suggest that it can cause cancer. Yeah, because it does. All these chemicals cause cancer. Alright. Trust me, I know. Alright, let's see. I want to try to get a little flow of these stories because there's a lot. So we're trying to transition from one to the next in a way that makes sense. France to find patients for missing medical appointments. Hey, especially if you don't cancel in time. It's called a cancel charge. But what is this? $5 if you don't have a good excuse. What's a good excuse to not go to your medical appointment? Let's see. I'm trying to come up with one off the top of my head. I forgot it's not a good excuse. Rick, you just found out you're being charged for free dental work. What the? How'd that happen? You got the work done already? And then you got a bill? Greetings, bro. Oh, good to see you. I was wondering if I would. You know, because I hadn't streamed at night in a while. What kind of dental work, bro? The dentist got pissed at me last time I went because they wanted to do some serious work. I have a cavity. They're like, "Oh, we gotta take that out. We gotta drill that cavity out." I was like, "Nah, I'm just here for the checkup." You ain't drilling, mother. The French government's proposing to fine patients if they fail to attend doctor appointments without a good excuse. The policy is reportedly aimed at supporting the health service as it struggles to cope with the rising demands of an aging population amid staff shortages and increasing costs. An estimated 27 million patients fail to show up for medical appointments each year. I think the medical industry in general is facing a lot of backlash for 2020, if you know what I mean. People don't trust the system anymore. And because of that, they're learning more about natural methods that do work. And when you do natural methods that do work, you don't have to go see the doctor anymore. I haven't been to the doctor in a long time. I don't even know if I could say that on YouTube because they're owned by the CDC. I'm not allowed to go against CDC recommendations. I've had a few anti-vax videos get taken down from YouTube. At least they're not banning me anymore. Not letting me stream for 2 weeks or post for 2 weeks, stuff like that. We cannot allow this to continue. Say it in a French accent. We cannot allow this to continue. That's not a French accent. I don't know how to do one. We cannot allow... It's just going to get a bit worse if I keep trying. Is there an AI system that says things in another language if you type it in? Oh, okay. Where is it? Look at that. AI accent. Here we go. Oh, I gotta sign up for this shit? Come on, man, really? This is a lot to do for a simple joke. The fuck am I doing? No, bro. I just signed up for this bullshit. I'm not going through all that. I just got overwhelmed by that view. Looked like video editing software. Sorry, guys. Just imagine a French accent. Got your second opinion today, which means what? You got the work done, or you just checking it out? It should be covered by your insurance. So you, instead of saying it should have been covered by insurance, so I'm gonna assume you're imagining it. Oh, you was imagining the accent. You got your second opinion for the work that was done, or it still has to be done? I'm still not sure what happened here. It is supposed to be covered, or it was supposed to be covered? You got half your mouth deep cleaned. That sounds good. I'd like to go for that. Why only half, though? Did they run out? What is this deep cleaning? Is it not a regular cleaning? What's the difference between a cleaning at your regular dental checkup and a deep cleaning? The proposed step would be part of a law that, if approved, could come into effect by January 2025. The announcement of the proposed $5 penalty for failing to attend scheduled appointments was met with immediate outcry from doctors' unions and patients groups. It won't work, it's just a tax, and the end result will be that the health system will lose. Patrick Pellew, president of the Emergency Doctors Association, said. It'd be better to educate people rather than tell professionals they have to tax them, which will strain relations with our patients. According to Gérard Raymond, the president of the French Patients Association, who opposes the measure, the penalty is aimed at making patients feel guilty rather than responsible. Under the plan, patients would be obliged to give debit or credit card details when arranging an appointment. If they fail to turn up without giving at least 24 hours notice, doctors can fine them. Hey, I'm all for that. They may not numb for regular clean. Okay. So you got the, that's probably what you had to pay for. The anesthesia. I don't know. Which half did they do? The left, the right, the top, the bottom? The outside of the teeth, the inside of the teeth? I'm not quite understanding how you only get half of your mouth deep cleaned. It sounds like they didn't do their job all the way. Did you leave halfway through and you're like, I'm out? Did you say that? I'm all for this cancel charge. 100%. It's common practice in the health and fitness industry. As a trainer, if somebody doesn't show up, you cancel charge them. It doesn't have to be the full price of the session, but it could be. It could be like half the price. You know, some people have like a $25 cancel charge. Wow, the left side of your mouth is all clean. That's crazy, bro. And the right side of your mouth is normal? How? What kind of ragtag dentist does only half the mouth? How'd that happen? It's like getting half a haircut. They should you should cancel charge them for only doing half of the job. Alex Jones confirms intent to sue the FBI and the CIA after agency operative admits targeting Jones to destroy his career. I'm not ragging on you, bro. I just think I'm ragging on your dentist. Why do they only do half the job? You should cancel charge them. Really. This is pretty wild. What is this? I don't know what's going on here. Bitcoin. I see a Bitcoin sign. Where's the volume? Hello? Oh, here we go.
The average woman that is using lipstick, and I'm talking about the ones that you walk into and get hit, like you said, when you walk into Nordstrom or Macy's and you just get choked with all of those toxins. It's like all of a sudden your olfactory bulbs are gone. You can't sense the mate that you're supposed to procreate with all of these artificial scents up inside of our brain that are loaded with phthalates. These are xenoestrogens, they're endocrine disruptors. So we start pulling this stuff out of our life, then you get better. everything gets better. Infertility gets better. The things that you were told, oh, that's just genetic. No, things are small amount genetic, but they're epigenetic, whereas these toxins can actually activate the bad genes so that you're not able to cleanse and purify and address, let's say, infections like parasites very well, or if you got the jab and there's toxins, those things back up if you're not activating the good genes with healthy foods and, yes, cosmetics.
Okay. Agency operative admits targeting Jones to destroy his career. Yeah, I don't like how they made him take back what he said about Sandy Hook. Infowars' Alex Jones. Julian Assange was WikiLeaks. Alex Jones joined Benny Johnson to discuss the bombshell undercover footage that emerged Tuesday from Sound Investigations, showing a CIA contractor admitting the agency vindictively went after the InfoWars radio host. So you didn't want to be in the chair for 3 hours, so you were in the chair for an hour and a half. It took them to clean one half of your mouth? Holy. Was it steam? Was it laser? Was it like UV? What is a deep clean? It's not the pick and they weren't scraping it, huh? That shit is terrifying. With the metal in your teeth. Oh, God. So they're trying to charge you for that. You got a bill in the mail. And if they are charging you, you're not going to do this the other side. You're going to be like Two-Face. Half of your mouth is clean and the other half is gnarly. He's just like, "Argh." It was the scraper and the pick? Wow, they took their time, huh? An hour and a half? Is that why you got up? Be honest. It wasn't the time. It was the feeling. They took a time out. They're like, okay, now we're going to do the other side. And you're like, oh, wait, hold on. My mom's calling me. I have to go. Be honest, Rick. It was the feeling of the scraper. You ain't the only one. I don't like it. I get it once a year, and that's it. I don't let them drill, though. They were pissed. The last two people I went to. The first time it was a dude. The second time it was a lady. It was a Russian lady. He was just like miffed at me, but she was so pissed she walked out of the room, and she started talking shit to me to the other Russian lady. And the other Russian lady was hot. She was super hot. Oh God, Russian women. Hold on a second. Beautiful Russian women. What's wrong with me? Oh, wow. I don't know. That's not a good selection. They picked famous ones. I didn't say famous beautiful. I just said beautiful. My favorite right now. Oh, somebody getting a purple belt? Yo!
All right, thank you, training partner, guys. Good work. I mean, this is just over the weekend, double gold. All right.
Look how many people Matt's got in his class. Holy. Yo, there's got to be at least 50 people there. Holy. Alright, now, this girl is... where is she from? Croatia. I think. Not exactly Russian. And she's not exactly, like, she's not traditionally... She's more of like an e-girl pretty. The one I was looking for is Liza Kovalenko.
It's just over the weekend, double gold. All right.
No.
This is just over the weekend, double.
I don't want to hear that anymore. I'm jealous. Just kidding. Okay. Let's see. Jillian Berry, she's a raw vegan. Not Russian, no. I'm trying to keep this in line here. Amber Lust. How's that for a name? Alright. I'm just going to type it in. Liza Kovalenko. Here we go. Unreal. Is she Russian though? Might be wrong on this. Brr. What would you do if you ever saw this person in real life? Have I thought of doing a prediction stream on UFC 300? I did now. I do now. Not tonight though. How about tomorrow? How about Friday? What should I do? It tomorrow or Friday? Alex Jones told Benny Johnson, following the revelation, he's looking at filing a lawsuit against the FBI and CIA over potential civil rights violations. Let's see this.
But now that this has come out, this is a FBI agent, a CIA boss. He's a contract manager over large contract operations. That's a boss. That's like a mini section chief, saying all of this and admitting all of this like it's no big deal. He needs to be subpoenaed by Congress. I am planning to launch a lawsuit against the CIA and the FBI. We have to bring all this out. And right as my bankruptcy comes to a close and right as all this stuff's being finalized, it's really God working here that this came out at this time.
You just said you were planning on suing the federal government. What would a Alex Jones versus the U.S. government look like?
Well, I'm talking to different law firms right now that specialize in this. In fact, when I get off the feed with you, I'm going to get back on the phone with lawyers. It's obviously a civil rights violation. It's a government racketeering operation using cutouts. And look, I mean, they come after my mother, my father, my wife. In these mediations, they've said, listen, just come out against the Second Amendment and we'll drop all this. I mean, they've done that repeatedly. They've even said, listen, we're a mafia and there's nothing you can do to stop us, to my face, in front of my lawyer, in front of Norm Pass. And so they're very arrogant. I mean, these are the sellouts. These are the traitors. These are the people that really love being under the corrupt FBI's wings, under the CIA's wings. They get a thrill. They get to go out and persecute fellow Americans, lie about them, say all these horrible things, and then say you said it, steal your identity, silence you so they can all pile in on you, make movies.
All right, I had enough. The thing about okay, Thursday. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do the news stream. So whoever sends me the news, it's a secret US government operation. It's called Project Bluebeam. Not Bluebeam, sorry. Blue Agate. Bluebeam's the other one. Blue Agate. Don't send me news tomorrow. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to do a special stream for the UFC. If you do send me the news, let me see. Am I going to have time tomorrow? I might. I might still have time tomorrow, actually, if I do the UFC thing during the day. Oh, no rest for the weary. I asked for this. I asked to be the best, and so the best has to do more than the rest. So my schedule is going to be back to back to back to back all day, every day. And I'm going to have the energy for it because I'm not eating. I'm going to be healing. And I'm going to be a human dynamo. Human dynamo. What'd you guys think of? Did anybody watch? Jay, are you still here? Do you think the microphones are a win? I think so. I think the mics are a dub. I'm gonna put them in my gym bag next to my battery and my camera stand. All right, so tomorrow I'm gonna do a UFC 300 prediction stream. I'll do it tomorrow night. If I do the news, I'll pre-record it during the day. This way we can interact. I'll come on about 9:30 again, and I'll go for an hour and a half. There's a lot of fights. I'll have to comment on every single one. I'll have to predict every single one. At first I was like, oh man, am I good at breaking down the fights for gamblers? I can't say that I am. I think I might be able to be good at breaking down fights, but I don't know that I'd be, because I never did it. I never did it for gamblers, Jay. But I think I probably would be able to give good analysis. You know? I do know what I'm talking about, and as long as I know who the fighters are, I'll probably be able to give a prediction, you know? My prediction. I can't say it's accurate. I don't have any stats to back that up, but if you're a gambler and you watch the stream, ultimately you have to make your own decision, but if I know who the fighters are, I might be able to make a credible case for the guy that I think that's going to win. And if I don't know who's going to win, I will be honest. I don't have a dog in the fight. Except Jim Miller. That's the only guy I won't bet against. Okay, that'd be cool. You want to take my picks? Jim Miller's the only guy I can't bet against, and the reason is he made a post on Instagram. I think it was Instagram. Yeah, pretty sure it was Instagram about anybody who's having mental problems or something, reach out. I forgot what the original post was about, but I asked him if I could spar with him, and he said I can't because I'm under contract with the UFC, but you can come down and spar with the guy who bought my gym, my top student, my black belt, James Fitzgerald. They call him Fitz. So I connected with Fitz over Facebook, and I sparred with him 5-minute matches, and unfortunately, the service that I purchased from T-Mobile was not there was literally no service in the boonies of New Jersey where Jim Miller's gym is. Jim Miller's gym. And so the stream was really choppy, and I only got about 2 minutes into the first round of good footage, and the rest was so choppy I couldn't use it. I'll show you. Let's see. So, let's see here. Hold on, I gotta search my channel. You know what? It might actually be on one of the playlists. Then I don't have to figure out how to search for it. Let's see. Where's the League of Champions playlist? Here we go. View full playlist. Nah. Okay, let's see. Here you go. Look at this. There it is. Did you ever train with Weidman? Yeah, not Stephen Thompson. I trained with Weidman. He submitted me 19 times in 5 minutes. Mostly with the same move over and over again. Alright, so I get there. You can see how choppy it is. Oh, there's Jim Miller. Here's Jim Miller sparring. Yeah, so it's really shitty footage, see? He started to strike with me like the match starts, right? Where is it? It's the beginning of the first round. And this is Jim Fitzgerald. He's Jim Miller's top black belt. So he's getting pieced up here. He's throwing a little bit of kicks, but I just threw a 5-punch combo at him, and he's like, "Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to clinch now." And then he definitely won, like on points. And I think he might have let me out of an armbar, to be nice. But pretty much. Oh, he did the reverse armbar. That was dope. He's a black belt. I got a little better since then from training with Ace. So you could start. You could see here it's starting to get choppy. Blurry, right? He's just not a striker. He strikes into grappling, kind of like UFC one type stuff. You know, he's good enough to get the clinch, and that's probably all he needed in his fights. He's an MMA fighter too. Oh! Did I almost get a takedown? That would have been nice. Anyway, Jim Miller, he put up. He said, "Any you ever need anybody?" And this was just a general post. It wasn't to me. Something about mental health, and I messaged him. I said, I'd love to come down to your gym, and he welcomed me. And he was when I walked in, he was, he gave me a hug, like one of these, boom, boom, shoulder to shoulder, and even if he wasn't as much of a legend as he is, even if he wasn't the legend that he is, I would still be a fan just because of how nice he was to me. His brother doesn't compete anymore now. Oh, I see here. All right, this is getting ridiculous. What do we got? We got 15 minutes left. I'm going to end a little bit before 11 because I want to try to get in bed by 11. So this might be the last story. Let's see. This is pretty ridiculous, though. Ukraine to ban Olympic athletes from talking to Russians. So now the Russians can't compete as Russians. And the Ukrainians, they can't tell what other countries what to do, right? The competitors will be discouraged from taking photos with them, giving joint interviews, shaking hands, and more. Ukraine's National Olympics Committee is set to roll out conduct guidelines for the country's athletes. All right. Well, at least it's for their own country. They can't tell anybody else what to do. But this is ridiculous. Ukraine is like, they're like a girl who broke up. She had a bad breakup with her boyfriend, and now all her friends can't talk to him either. Weak sauce, Ukraine. Weak sauce. Now, hold on a second. I'm thinking of something here. Let's see something. If I remember correctly. Seinfeld, Ukraine is weak. Yeah, here we go. Probably get a copyright strike for this.
I can't think it. It's all this noise.
Or is it because I've built a stronghold around Greenland? I've driven you out of Western Europe? And I've left you teetering on the brink of complete annihilation.
I'm not beaten yet. I still have armies in the Ukraine.
The Ukraine. You know what the Ukraine is? It's a sitting duck. A road apple, Newman. The Ukraine is weak. It's feeble. I think it's time to put the hurt on the Ukraine.
I come from Ukraine. You not say Ukraine weak?
Yeah, well, we're playing a game here, pal.
Ukraine is game to you? How about I take your little boras?
Ukraine is weak. Imagine the people with Ukrainian flag on their house. Oh, wow. All right, here's the metaphor. The hot girl, she got cheated on by the football player, right? Now she tells all her friends she can't talk to him. Not only that, This is like a ridiculous teen movie. Now, people are walking around who are not even involved in the situation, and they have T-shirts that she printed up, and it's like, let's say her name is Samantha. It says, "I'm with Sam," or Sam's team, and then like, the guys are on, "I'm with Bobby." They got T-shirts, "I'm with Bobby," and they get into a dance-off. They're like, "I'm with Sam." "No, I'm with Bobby." Boom, boom, and then the music breaks out. It's a musical. It's a musical movie I just made up. That's the people with the Ukrainian flag on their house. Do you have a an avatar with Vladimir Putin on? Do you have a Putin avatar, Sammy? Hey, at least he does judo. UFC recently did a short on Miller. It's called Record Breaker. He's got a lot of records, huh? We'll talk about it tomorrow. We're going to finish this. Islamic State calls for attacks on football venues. Oh, wow. The terrorist group has issued a call to kill them all ahead of upcoming Champions League quarterfinals. Another reason not to play any sports besides MMA. Putin sipping champagne. Champagne. Okay. I don't know about the whole Ukraine thing. To be honest, I think it's a fake war. It's like a false flag. It's a money laundering scheme to fire missiles, and the thing with all government projects, even the military, is the receipt is way higher than the actual cost of the product. So say the missile, it costs $100,000 to make. They're going to charge the government $10 million. It's like 100% markup, or more, 1,000% markup. And they just launched these missiles. If they even do, maybe they'll launch a few, but they say they launch a lot more. And it's like, oh yeah, we got to buy 10 more. It's another $100 million. But there's nobody actually out there in the fields, and all the bodies and all the pictures and videos of the destruction is all like either manufactured or from other. It's like recycled. When they started recycling pictures for COVID, and they said like, oh, look at these hospitals, and it's like it was a picture from something else. It's just like not even have anything to do with COVID. It's like a picture from some other time and place, and they're just like, oh yeah, artist rendition. And I know like there's a scam going on with the money being sent to Ukraine also. But that would mean Putin's in on it too. You're in on it, Sammy. Putin, the Russian Mason. I'm on to you, Sammy. I'm on to you, buddy. No judgment, though. You could be a Mason. I don't care. I don't care. I believe in the all-seeing eye. One God. One nation. One master, though. That's what I believe. I believe in one master. I ain't letting nobody like Lundos tell me what to do. That. I guess I'd rather be broke ass. I'd rather be broke ass than have somebody like Lundos have any authority over me. Holy. I should have did it though to save my kids from their mom. Alright, trigger warning. Let's move on. Stop it, dummy. You see? Damn, my heel is so dry, it's cracking. Alright, let me stop. Guys, football is... soccer is too dangerous. American football is too dangerous. Now we see soccer is too dangerous. You're better off doing MMA. Oh, Londos has a Ukrainian flag on his house? Dang. I think actually Londos walks around his property because he lives in the boonies. I think he walks around his property with a G-string on and a Ukrainian flag on the front of the G-string like an apron. You know how the Masons have the apron? Masonic apron. Yeah. So he's got one of the Ukrainian flag and he wears it over a G-string and he runs around his property chasing bears. You run around chasing that bear off your property, don't you, Lundos? He goes, come on, bear. And the bear's like, I'm out of here. So what? Yeah. You have to do that, bro. He's not scared of your gun. He knows you're going to miss. The bear said, you don't got the guts, Lundos. Where were we? For real though, soccer is too dangerous, guys. You can actually die from going to a soccer game these days. You can die in football from getting your neck broken. You can die in soccer from a terrorist attack. You can die in boxing. The only place you're safe these days in any sport is in Master Luki's League of Champions. And that's it. I think that's where we're going to end for the night. Let's see. What do we got here? Paul Simon. What's this? More Olympics? Triathlon swimming could be canceled because of poor water quality. Okay. I guess we'll just take a look. Swimming is set to return to the scene at Paris 2024 after a 100-year ban. Well, there's his credentials. Sammy wants the receipts to prove it. The swimming leg of the triathlon at this summer's Olympics could be canceled if heavy rain affects water quality in the river. Recent testing revealed alarming levels of E. coli. Wow. Why don't they just clean it? Can you not purify the water? Can't you do something to fix? Let's look it up. Can you clean E. coli bacteria out of a river? UV. Oh, that might kill other stuff though. How do you get rid of E. coli in river water? UV disinfection, the preferred method. No chemicals, cost effective, easy to maintain, does not change taste or smell, and is extremely effective. The UV dose needed to kill 99.99% of E. coli is approximately whatever that says. You never met Bush Sr. You're probably lucky. I heard he killed JFK. Or was involved in the planning. I heard also that Europe uses UV disinfection for their pools. Does Europe really use UV disinfection or ozone disinfection for their Olympic pools? Chemical pool water disinfection is therefore mandatory by law throughout Europe and strictly regulated on a national level by the health authorities. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Why did I hear that? Why did I hear that? Why did I hear that Europe uses ozone and UV? I don't know. That's the last article on the thing, but I skipped this one. Paul Simon. I don't know about this one. What do you think? Guests at the state dinner for Japan at the White House will dine on house-cured salmon and pistachio cake with matcha ganache, and are set to get some A-list entertainment with a performance by Paul Simon. That's the best way to filter pools, but expensive. The UV and the ozone, right? Yeah. It's expensive? I mean, all you need is a machine, though, no? A filter and a machine. Probably the filter is the expensive part. I got a filter for my drinking water. Hopefully it lasts long, because I can't afford to keep buying filters. I put all my money in crypto. Oh my god, it actually wasn't even my money. I went into debt. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to end it, guys. I don't know if you wanted to hear about Paul Simon performing for the Bidens and the electricity. Oh, really? Electricity is expensive? Wow. I thought electricity would be the cheapest thing. You got solar, you got... How does electricity even cost money? Isn't it just like everywhere? You gotta generate it though, right? It's probably a scam. Jay, people that use well water use UV filters like 600. I use RO water. It's like 300 for the system. Oh, 350. Yeah, that's what I got, RO. UV's like 600. Okay. And then, so, but that was just to start it up, and then you gotta restock the filters after a while. I should test mine. I tested it not too long ago. It was good. It was still at 0 or, 0.001 ppm, whatever. Yeah, I've been thinking lately about career changes. Londos, you drink tap water. That's the stuff that turns frogs gay. Now we know. That explains a lot. It's the Thorazine in your tap water. We can't blame you, bro. Can't blame you for drinking, for what happened to you. It was the tap water. Sensei Londos had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a bear. E-I-E-I-O. You know what a bear is, guys, right? It's a code word for a hairy gay guy. No offense, I'm not against gay guys. I'm just giving Londo shit. What is a bear in a homosexual Maybe it's better off that we don't look this up. Oh, here you go. A bear is a term for a man who are large, hairy, or both. Now we know why you say you have a bear on your property. Oh. E-I-E-I-O. Oh man, I'm breaking out. Breaking out all over my legs. It's either from detox or from rolling on the mats tonight without them being clean. They're let's see, I didn't clean today, but I cleaned yesterday, so it's like 1 day old. So the sweat from last night and the feet from last night, I was rolling around in that today. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Rick. We'll talk UFC, guys. All right, UFC 300 tomorrow. I'll probably do it again at 9:30 because I got jiu-jitsu at 6:30 and striking at 8. And I'll come on after that. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it, guys. Anybody wants to talk further, you could just go to my website and find all my info. All right, Jay. See you tomorrow. Rick, Sammy, Londos. Thanks again. Over and out.